And if we take a look at E's Disciples' last series, they lost 2-1 to Elements. And they did pick Tusk in the first game. It was played by Immortal Faith. He went 2-8-4, and that first game wasn't exactly their best. But other than that, that was the only time the Tusk got played by them. And it got played by Melancholy by Elements in the third game, and he went 2-11-13. So I haven't really seen so far in this playoffs a really good Tusk get played out. He's been having a lot of trouble in this new patch. I don't know if it's the patch or maybe just who's been playing him, but we've been trying to see what the deal is. And I guess Charlie's not gonna be here for the game for E's Disciples. It was Immortal Faith, Charlie, Maui, Solari, and McGraw, but now this time it's
Fuck up about Moon Men.
Now it's Maui, McGraw, Solari, Immortal Faith, and Topsun. And on the other side, got a couple other guys. Don't really know their names, but we'll figure it out. But back to the draft. I'm rambling. My apologies. But Tusk getting picked out here for Eternal Envy's Disciples along with the mid-Viper pick. Viper been doing pretty well. He can harass really well in mid lane against a lot of different heroes. Someone we might see might be Zeus coming into that mid lane. Let me see if I've got anything on previous LemonDogs play. Not that it would really matter with the new patch. But I had LemonDogs play once. And they do like their Gyrocopter and their Windrunner. They might play a Shadow Fiend coming into this mid lane, but we'll find out. They've got a Darkseer and a Rubik right now. Rubik could steal that Snowball, opens up a lot for them. You can steal Rubik, steals Snowball, can steal shards, can right now steal a couple, can steal Viper's ulti, get that slow off. But we come into these next set of bans, and I'm getting a little off track here. You got Spirit Breaker Chen. Chen, who's stronger with the abilities that ancient creeps have, the abilities that have been added to a bunch of creeps in the camps. He's a stronger hero. But got that Undying ban, the Beastmaster ban. Beastmaster was played by Solari for 2 out of the 3 games that E's Disciples played against Elements, and he didn't exactly play terribly. He had a couple good games, 2-3-7 in the first game, 6-2-20 in the next game. So he's playing pretty well. The ban comes out, stops Solari from picking one of his better heroes. But we come into these next round of picks. You've got Darkseer in the off lane for Cookiss, or Cookies. Rubik probably going safe lane right about now. Nature's Prophet pick, maybe jungle. All in Nature's Prophet, mid Viper, throws Tusk in the solo off lane position. And then have a dual safe lane. You still need a position 1 here for E's Disciples. They do like having a Viper in that number 1 position. They might go with a Quap. Switch up where the Viper is. They did play a Quap Viper Undying Earthshaker Batrider game, and it was pretty interesting. They didn't win that game. They were playing really well, though. I wouldn't be surprised to see that kind of draft come out again. The Batrider pick not being too terrible here. But Sand King picked up for Cookiss. They've got their 2 supports now, putting their Darkseer in the 3 position, Rubik in the 5, most likely, and Sand King in the 4. So they need a 1 and 2. They also need a mid hero right now. So I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe a Shadow Fiend come out, Windrunner 1 position come out. This fourth pick from E's Disciples, they've got Viper, who might be sitting in the 1 spot for them. Wouldn't be surprised if that puts Nature's Prophet in the 2 or the 3 spot and pushes Tusk out to the 4. But we'll see how it goes. And they do end up picking the Dragonite pick. Dragonite, who is way stronger with the health regen that comes. If you see it now, it's 3, 6, 9, and 12. When I'm pretty sure at the highest level, it was like 5 or something like that on the health regen. So he's gaining a lot of health regen, makes him real viable in any lane. It makes him really strong early game. Get a 4 levels into that Dragon Blood early, and all of a sudden you're regenerating health, and you're literally unkillable. And he's not going to be put into the mid lane. Viper's probably already going to be sitting there. So that puts Dragonite in probably the 2 position right now. In the safe lane with whatever support gets picked out next. Sipping on some coffee. Just got back from my final. My last final. So I'm ready to cast some Dota. A little wonked out though. But you got Darkseer, Rubik, Sand King, and Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer now going to be in that safe lane. They've got Darkseer in the off lane. Sand King and Rubik are the 2 supports. Maybe they do go with Phantom Lancer into that safe lane, but now they're looking for a mid-hero, position 1 or 2. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that Windrunner pick. Windrunner a little bit nerfed, but at the same time, Windrunner can still output that damage and play a pretty strong mid. You want someone who can really do well in that mid lane. That can still play a high position role. Maybe you pick a Zeus. But I don't really see Zeus coming out for Cookiss. For Eternal Envy's team, they need a support. Maybe they go someone like Bane. Bane hasn't been banned out. Bane's locked down. Really good. Especially with the, they have Dragonite's stun. They do have the lockdown from Nature's Prophet if he gets the trees off, and Tusk Snowball into the Walrus punches. It might be enough. But, I don't know. I feel like Bane would be a good choice here. You get a little bit more lockdown. The ult's really good. Maybe even go Witch Doctor. Get that Aether Lens on Witch Doctor. Throw the ult from far away. But they go Enigma, so Enigma can now lane with the way he's been switched up. He's got a little bit more of a lane presence. So Enigma into that final spot. It makes for an interesting draft, and they go Razor, which is a good mid hero that will be sitting in what will probably be the position 2. But it's not a surprising pick. Someone like Zeus or Windrunner was kind of similar to a Razor pick in the mid. You need someone who could play that high position slot while staying in the mid lane, and it wasn't going to be anybody melee, so you're looking at a pretty good lineup here. The stun from Sand King, maybe get the Aether Lens, Rubik, Lift. And, Darkseer Vacuum.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know, you got a pretty good lineup here. Get a little pause, gives us time to put up the last hits, see who's playing who, and poorly pronounce a lot of these names. I know Steph Style, he played in the last game with LemonDogs. Looking to wrap around here, I guess, if that isn't obvious from the drawings. But, yeah. It gives me time to really write down some names for my stats and callouts. So here we go. Quick smoke up here from Cookiss. And Steph Style, Kezu, and Ash really looking, everybody. I just not naming names at the moment. But smoke gets popped here. Mortal Faith on the right. He does see them. Smoke breaks. Not on all of them, but just on Steph Style. They start to back up. Exactly anything serious. A little sentry ward gets popped into that camp. And a little treant. See Solari here. He got a nice deep ward here. Looking at this nice jungle area. It's going to be some good vision. Guy who says obvious things. But yeah, it looks like Topson's going to get this early bounty rune, so he's going to be sitting in the mid, and so is Eskill. He's going to be able to get the rune. So, pretty even here in the mid, or exactly even in the mid. I'm kind of curious to see where these lanes go with these disciples. They did pick two junglers, but they've got McGraw and Immortal Faith in that safe lane. Up against what looks like Steph Style and Kazoo on the Darkseer and Sand King. I'm surprised to see Steph Style up here, but maybe it's just for the early game. Maybe he walks away after, but Steph Style and Immortal Faith do spot each other. Then down low, it's Solari and Ash on the Nature's Prophet and Phantom Lancer. Meanwhile, you've got Pablo, according to the chat, Pablo from Han. I don't know him, but nice to meet you, you know. And it looks like they're going to have Maui on the Enigma actually jungling here, so they're going to have the Nature's Prophet in lane and let the Enigma farm up in the jungle, get his levels, get an early blink. But McGraw early on here, 4-0. Not much doing. Couple pings coming out here. Steph trying to pull this lane out. Does successfully do that. Not something I can accomplish with my low MMR. And, I don't know, pretty low tone game here, but Immortal Faith does get stunned up here, getting pretty low. Does have the Ion Shell on Steph Style. Now the Surge trying to catch up. Has him low, has him down to 40. Snowball to avoid Steph Style, who's now taking pot shots from the tower, getting real low here. Immortal Faith still there in the first blood. Going to McGraw. Steph Style getting a little too, I don't know, a little too aggressive here. There's the word I was looking for. And giving that first blood over to his disciple. So good start there up top. McGraw getting that kill. He's sitting 10-2. Has himself 700 gold. Down low, we look at Solari And Immortal Faith just gonna kill himself to the neutral creeps. Get himself full health and back in lane. So, level 2 Rubik here. And Ash sitting at level 3 is 13 and 4. Has his boots, 6 tangos. Not terrible. Let's check it out mid. Got E skill up against Top Sun, who has picked up the Fairy Fire early on, giving himself that +2 damage. 2! Lovely damage, better than 1. But now Immortal Faith down here. Might be looking to get Ash. And it looks like Immortal's probably going to stay low here. I don't see him going back up top, especially with McGraw getting that first blood. Courier should be safe. Steph Styles sitting level 2. Kazoo, he's sitting 22 and 1 on top of the last hits lead. Enigma working these ancients. And it's an interesting play because you can now take this camp over here up top and you know, make those your little minions, and bring them down low and go for those early ancients, giving you some more farm. Meanwhile, up top, McGraw is pushed back behind his tower. A little ward placed by Steph Style. Kazoo ready to fight with Steph Style. Looking for the stun, but just comes up short. And nothing going to be accomplished there. The TP is coming out from Immortal. Immortal Faith does snowball in, gets the stun on the Darkseer Kazoo. McGraw getting low. Steph Style with the Sandstorm, not doing much. McGraw pretty low, but he's got a point into that regen, so he's already at 4.3 per second. So Immortal Faith gonna clarity up, try and get himself Snowball Shards ready to go on the combo. Maybe McGraw and Immortal Faith come in with a Snowball. They're both in, hit Kazoo, and doing not that much damage. Now he gets real low. Now he's just trying to run with that Surge. Immortal Faith on the chase. Doesn't have enough for Shards. He does, but it's on cooldown for 7 seconds. Getting pinged out. Surging again, still trying to get away here. McGraw is close by, but now you've got Pablo and Steph Style. McGraw does spot him with Immortal Faith. Now they spot Immortal Faith, who gets lifted. Ooh, Snowball. Down goes Kazoo on the back end from McGraw, and Immortal Faith gets picked up here. It's a little 1-for-1 trade, but gold going the way of the Dragon Knight McGraw, which I think benefits more for EE's Disciples. Down low, Ash getting real low. He's going to fall, and Pablo Gaming's going to follow up. I could just call him Pablo, don't have to call him everything, but Pablo follows up, kills Solari on the Nature's Prophet. Now Immortal Faith coming in, he's got the Snowball, has the Shards, one more hit. He needs 7 health. 9 seconds on the Shards, stunned by Steph Style, might save the life of Pablo. Now he skills here. And why? Pablo goes back. He had 7 health and gets hit up by the Shards of Immortal Faith. Pretty much just killing himself there. He should have just gone back to base. There's absolutely no reason to be going back. But that's kill for E skill. He's getting himself some gold here.
Gaya's top tower fortified.
So Larry's sitting here 15 and 5. Going towards those treads up here against Ash, and Ash not sitting with much. You know, up top, High tower from McGraw. Kezu getting stopped by those shards. Wall put down. Not sure what this is really going to do. And he's going to get taken out by McGraw again. Meanwhile, Solari gets lifted, put on Maui. He skills here, but Pablo locked up by the trees. Black hole on 2. He's skill and Pablo getting low. Pablo's going to fall. Now he's skill getting low. Stunned up by McGraw, and that's 3 going the way of EE's Disciples. So what kind of looked like a lazy fight there turns into 3 kills going the way of EE's Disciples. LemonDogs, or the artist formerly known as LemonDogs, Cookiss, having some trouble here early on. Couple unnecessary kills going the way of EE's Disciples. They could have really just backed up and it would have been fine. Pablo sitting here level 5. Can't really steal anything just yet. Step style and Pablo maybe looking for something, but I don't think they're strong enough to take out this Viper just yet. Meanwhile, Ash working it down here. 39 and 18. Take a quick look at that XP graph. About 2,000 in favor of EE's Disciples, and same for the net worth. Thompson getting hit here. He hasn't really been involved in any fights. He's 46 and 12. And he's sitting 3rd on that net worth. A little bit behind E-Skill here. Come over here to the jungle. Maui working on that early mech. Or maybe he's just taking the headdress. Might go for the blink next, but early mech it might be. Ash really working on Immortal Faith, who's down to 252 health. Meanwhile, Pablo is level 6, does have his arcane boots, not too rich at the moment. And by not too rich, I mean second to last in the net worth. We're all going to TP bottom. Gonna start heading towards Ash, see what he can do here.
That should help.
Now the TP coming in from Maui. And McGraw gonna go into his ulti form here. Solari just TPing in. Now Ash might be in a bit of trouble. The TPs are coming in now to follow up from Cookiss. And McGraw getting his damage stolen here. Getting real low, and already down is Maui. McGraw trying to get out with his life. Immortal Faith now jumping in by himself. And he's gonna fall. So Ash grabbing himself a double kill here. That kind of went the same way the top fight did. A little lazy on the fighting, and giving 3 kills going the other way. So Cookiss getting their kills back that they gave up in that top lane. So now that net worth going straight back up into that even range. And Cookiss really working their way back here. Not down by much. 2,000 is not exactly anything too costly. But they're back in it. Pablo sitting with about 800 gold. Might be looking to work on his next item. Did steal Treants. So maybe he starts pushing? I don't know. But Solari here. He's 26 and 5. Has treads. 1,200 gold. Some dust. Meanwhile, caught out his Immortal Face. Step Style does spot him. But Thompson's nearby. So smart of Step Style to not take that fight. A little stacking going on here from Pablo.
Got it.
He's still sitting here 58 and 10. Has 2 kills to his name right now. Has bottle treads and a wand. Has that ring of Aquila or Aqua. However you prefer. And he's working pretty well now as an Ogre Club. Maybe working on an early BKB. Trying to feel out what he can do here. Kezu, 92-1. He's doing real well here. He has the most last hits. Already has that mech up, and Maui picks up his mech too. So both teams have an early mech. A little more survivability in the fights here. Treants versus Treants here in the mid lane. McGraw, Vizzed up here, looking towards Pablo and E-Skill. Well, Treants going the way of Pablo now again. Looking to bring the war to them. Everybody's here. McGraw goes into his ulti form. Now just looking to take some hits into this tower. TP comes in from Ashe in the mid lane. 4 here ready to go. They start to back up from E's Disciples. Do this snowballing with Immortal Faith on the back end. Ashe now spotting up Solari, who's trying to TP himself away. May not get out, and he dies. He's actually going to go down there. He gets picked off away from his team. Now McGraw's going to TP top. So what looked like E's Disciples' advantage here on the fight has turned into them losing their Nature's Prophet. Stepstyle does come in with the stun. Sorry about that. I am a little messed up here. Stun, vacuum in. Maui gets the snowball off. Gets 2 in there. Going after Pablo. Now gets the Walrus Punch off. Now gets real low. Maui goes down. Immortal Faith trying to follow up. He's going to go down as well. 3 kills going the way of Cookiss. And a real fight going the way of Cookiss. Seems like these fights have not exactly been calculated by either team, and it's just turning into kills. Should we go in? Should we not go in? Okay, maybe let's go in. Where's my team? I'm dead. Thanks. I know the feeling. Meanwhile, Thompson sitting here 85 and 16. Has his drums, treads, wand, aqua, fairy fire, and a TP. Not exactly too much right now. And Kezu sitting here with his mech, arcane boots, probably going for an early Guardian Greaves. We take a look at E-Skill, who still has that Ogre Club. Now it's 1,500 gold. Maybe saving up for that Mithril Hammer. Get that early BKB going. But we take another look here at McGraw, who had a really good start. He's level 10. Let's see. He's not leading the way in levels, which I thought he might be, but he's got the new Iron Talon, has a bottle, treads, and 1,900 gold. So we take a look. Maui a little far here. He's probably working towards his blink. He's far out, but nobody really there to pick him off. Faith now here, maybe gonna make a move to spot the haste rune, which could turn into something, but there's nobody there with him, and the game's kind of slowing down a little bit. We got the 10-7 going the way of Cookiss, but now turning into just farming. So Larry's sitting in the jungle making trees, I'm trying to push out this top lane and get some kills at the same time. And by kills, I mean farm. But both teams seem to have backed up here. Not really playing an aggressive playstyle right now. And Ashe, he's got his boots of travel, so he'll be able to push out some lanes, get some farm, really start to be moving on those items. Really starting to put the pressure on to E's Disciples here. Pablo has a cloak, maybe going towards an Aether Lens, maybe a Glimmer Cape. McGraw has the Shadow Amulet. Might be looking to go on Ashe here, which is an interesting move. But he kind of just walked up, and that was that. On the back end is Solari now. He does finish off that Shadow Blade. Bottles up here. He only had 14 per second, so nothing to be worried about going up against Ash, really. He can take a couple hits and survive, especially with the Shadow Blade now. But the Sentry Ward does get placed here, so if a fight takes place at this camp, McGraw could be in a little bit of trouble. But it looks like they're just going to back up. McGraw going to get some farm, work his way towards his next item. He's actually going to TP bottom, join Maui and Immortal Faith. Maui working towards that Blink Dagger. Almost has it. 1900 gold. Probably going to have it on the next creep wave. Actually buys Arcane Boots instead. So no blink for him yet. And no correct predictions for me either. But Invis is McGraw. Does spot Kazu here with Immortal Faith. Does find him. Hits him up first. Has that Ion Shell on, but gets stunned up, Walrus punched and dead. So actually Solari getting that kill, but now everybody following up from Cookiss, trying to chase on Immortal Faith and McGraw. Ash trying to get himself forward here. Does find Immortal Faith now. Shard stolen by Pablo. Gets the shard, stops McGraw and Maui. Meanwhile, Solari on the back end trying to kill Pablo and the black hole on just E-skill. Now he's going to fall instead. Solari bringing down Step Style. Everybody low on the side of E's Disciples except for Thompson, who slows down Ash. Ash trying to get McGraw. Solari low, only needs one more hit. E-skill goes back in and he dies to Thompson. Meanwhile, Ash does get McGraw. Another interesting move, going back in there. That's not the first time Cookiss has had a player go back in and pay for it. Thought they could get out Solari, but Thompson was right there, ready to find him. You see, Solari does have that Orchid. Immortal Faith, not exactly the richest Tusk. He actually is the poorest in this game, and he has boots. Okay. Thompson now has that Dragon Lance, and for those who don't know the item, we'll hover over action here. It is given 10 damage, 10 attack speed, 10 strength, and a lot of attack range for those ranged heroes only. And that's good for Thompson. He gets that attack range up, and he can throw that, start throwing some poison attack a lot further, giving him the opportunity to get some kills. McGraw is caught out here. Do put the sentry down just in case these Shadow Blades get lifted here. He is not dying too quickly, though. Trying to get out. Not going to be enough with E-skill stealing all that damage. So, E-skill now working their way bottom. They do see Maui, who is caught out here. TP scroll on cooldown. This is probably going to be his death here, as Step Style does get the stun. Mech comes out, but not enough. And Step Style gets the kill. So 2 kills going the way of Cookiss. Cookiss. Either way, it's an enjoyable name to say. I grab myself a cup of milk. And start to work this tier 2 tower now. Not much in their way of really starting to take this tower out. TP does come in mid. 2 coming in. Solari now trying to TP out. Step Style does get the stun before he gets out. Now he gets lifted up by Pablo. He's going to go down. No way he's getting out. Diffusal now picked up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now, not only have they picked up this tier 2 bottom, they're not going to start pushing this mid. They've taken out Solari, and they're going to start really pushing these lanes out, trying to get some towers, put the heavy pressure on to ease Disciples. They do see Thompson over here by his lonesome. Ash maybe looking for the slow, looking for the kill. Step Style could blink, get the stun. Does blink over, doesn't get anything for the time being, and now they start to work these creeps, work this tower. Bring it down low, 500 health. Not ticking down as quickly as they'd like. But it will fall, that's for sure. Now do they go top and start working this mid? Or do they stop? Whatever. You knew what I meant. Words not my thing right now. Gem picked up by Immortal Faith. Interesting pick up here early. Probably going to have to go on McGraw. But he doesn't exactly have room for it. That or Thompson, who doesn't even look like he has room for it. Putting it on Immortal and keeping it there is an interesting call. He's the poorest member of the team, and not a lot of survivability on his on him right now. But now McGraw actually going to start working towards getting this first Roche. And I don't think Cookiss realize it yet, but they start making the move over. Maybe they do. And they do have E-Skill and Ash going that way, so they might be able to sense this just by not seeing anybody on the map. Roche sitting at half health. Shards, E-Skill just finds his way in. McGraw is invisible here. Trying to buy some time as Thompson is continuing to do this. Roche, smoke is popped on 3. Stunned up is E-Skill. Now the snowball coming in, and E-Skill's going to fall early on. Epicenter comes out and gets 2. Black hole to follow up. Now Step Style, Pablo in trouble. Step Style going to go down. Pablo down. The gem is on the table. Solari's going to fall. Ash and Kezu are the only ones alive as they wipe Ease Disciples here by the Roche pit, leaving Roche at 1,000 health. So now Roche is going to get popped. It's a great fight for Cookiss. Don't spend all too much. Do buy back, though, on the Razor. But they team wipe, grab the Roche, grab a gem. That's a very beneficial fight, if not the first nail in this coffin. Trying to send out this courier to pick up this gem. But they're only going to get a TP scroll out of it now. They do spot it. It is in the Roche pit. Not much happening. Ash now going to TP up top, work this tower, trying to get tier 2. And we take a look at the net worth here, which it was 2,500 early in the game for Ease Disciples, but Cookiss have turned that around. They're up about 10,000 here, coming into the 26th minute. And they're up by a lot of XP, so if Ease Disciples want to get back in this game, they're going to have to try and work a couple kills here. And they might be looking to do so. McGraw is invisible, does find Kezu. He is invisible. Maybe feels the pressure here. He did feel the pressure, gets out, blinks away, and he's safe. So, Ash, E-Skill, Pablo, Step Style, all up here, ready to get this tier 2. Finally, as I say it a third time, they're going to work it. Start to work this tower down, getting real low, and boom. There it is. So, their tower, they're going their way. More gold, more net worth. Solari trying to counter push here. Does have the Treants, does have Enigma's Eidolons ready to go. Trying to get a push here, maybe get a tower of his own. Step Style is there. Kezu looking for the vacuum. No. Gonna be a blink out by Solari, who may not be getting far away just yet. Vacuum is used to stop the TP. Solari gets stunned up, and that's gonna be the end of him. Meanwhile, Pablo on the back end, he's getting real low. He's gonna fall. Thompson getting a kill for his own. And Mally trying to TP out. He's going to get stunned up, and he's going to fall. Trying to follow up on Thompson. Step Style trying to get the stun here. He doesn't really have his team close by. Misses the stun on Thompson. Thompson's still trying to run away. Now he's throwing shots at Step Style, but he's going to go into Sandstorm, and Step Style is going to be okay here. Thompson maybe thinking it over. He uses ult on Kezu. Has Immortal Faith and McGraw following up here. Kezu and Step Style might be in trouble. Sandstorm used. McGraw trying to follow up here. Immortal Faith is nearby. E-Skill pops the BKB. Trying to get Thompson. He's going to TP out. And Immortal Faith is going to be the one who pays for his life. And Epicenter used. But not really on anything important. So if there's any plus here for E's Disciples, Epicenter's down. But now this gives them the opportunity to push this tier 3 top. I think they're definitely going to try and force the issue. R4 up top here, and Solari is working this tier 2 bottom. Gonna force Kezu to come back. The TPs are coming in. The blink out from Solari is seen, gets vacuumed, and he's probably gonna fall again. Thought he was gonna get away, and he's not. Pablo stealing that level 2 ult here. So Maui never going for that blink. He's now going BKB. That might be the item that's holding him back here. He doesn't have the ability to get some movement in. He doesn't have a 4-staff, doesn't have a blink. He can't exactly find his spots with that black hole. But the BKB will help. Hopefully he gets that BKB and then gets a fast blink. And he'll be able to do a lot of work here. Ags picked up by the big man Step Style. Gets the stun on Ash. Heart picked up here by the ever-dangerous Ash, who's now got Diffusal level 2. Or no, Diffusal level 1. Excuse me. Wow. Diffusal level 1. Aegis gone. Boots Travel Heart has a double damage, so they might be able to use this double damage and maybe get a good team fight going. White B's Disciples, and that could be the game. Take a look at buyback, and Tusk doesn't have it. Only person who has it on their team, well, actually it's two. It's Thompson and McGraw. So this could be it. If they take a good team fight, Cookiss could end it right now. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. At least not soon. So 4 over here for Cookiss. Steph Style is in range to get Maui. I don't think they know he has that BKB. He gets stunned up here. Now he's getting low, getting his damage stolen. The mech does come out. 4-staff is E-skill. He's starting to hit him up, vacuum back, and he's down. So an easy kill there on Maui. Now they're going to be pushing this bottom tower. No black hole to be worried about. No buyback either. So shards blocking themselves. From getting out. The stun does come out on an illusion. Work this tower, get it down real fast. Do they continue? Look for the racks. They're starting to hit down the melee racks. Get that at least. Fortification coming out, holding out 8 seconds. Hopefully they can get Maui back in the fight. Maybe get a black hole to get some kills here on the back end. Ash trying to get away. He gets stunned up. Now he's going to get snowballed. He's getting hit up hard. Walrus punch to follow. But with that heart, he's really strong right now. Immortal Faith Thompson getting real low here on the back end. But nothing doing right now. Nobody down just yet. McGraw going to get the stun on Step Style. Black hole comes out on E-skill. He's getting low. He's going to go down. So he's the only one to go down for now. Thompson real low. He's going to fall. Meanwhile, we've got Step Style falling as well. Maui on the back end. He's getting low to Ash, who's really pushing the issue. Trying to get him down. He gets treed up by Solari. Trying to get the save. Ash still showing the business. Gets Maui down. Now working on McGraw. Nothing really stopping him now as he's got this heart. He's ready to go. He's fighting. He's taking out this whole team. Meanwhile, Thompson with the buyback, and he's dead. So Ash going to follow up Thompson on the dieback. Down 90 seconds. The only person who has buyback now is Maui, and that's going to be it. It's GG here on a bad fight from EE's Disciples. First game going to Cookiss. Here in Join Dota League Season 8 playoffs. And a best of 3 in this lower bracket. So, pretty good game overall for Cookiss. They start out a little sloppy, but they end up taking game 1 with ease.